Hi there, hope you're having a good day. Welcome back to another video. Today we have a highly anticipated shoe. 2 full years after the release, arguably one of the best performers in recent years. This is the newest version. Let's talk about the Wave Weight 11. So they haven't officially released yet as we speak. On waveweight.com, their official site, they're doing a raffle for the launch of this first colorway. I'll include a link for you to check it out or enter. You can also read through their product introduction. They went all out with numbers this time. It's pretty interesting. Retail price should be $225 US, same as the Wild 10. Just like the previous version, being the flagship model of the brand, it is pricey. I decline to comment further on these limited releases. Forget it, I don't like it, but it is what it is. Nike pulls this trick all the time, while their products are much worse nowadays. Why can't the best Chinese brands do it, right? Anyways, here on this channel, we always care the most about how a shoe actually performs on the court. These guys definitely have some big shoes to fill, coming off their best product ever made. We'll find out about how they turned out right now. As to how the Wild 11 performs, cushion is absolutely fantastic. Wild 10 was bouncy for me. Full length boom plus a large piece of carbon fiber plate. Same level of responsiveness here on the Wild 11. But this time they're calling this setup a carbon core drive system. I'll translate this into one word for you, sandwich. So they put the carbon fiber plate in the middle of boom, sort of cut through and sandwiched in between the foam. That's a first. I've never really seen this type of construction before. The result is you get a nice and springy effect on feet. Whenever I lift my feet up, I could feel a quick snap in my movements. And the midsole as a unit does propel my feet up and forward. Nice pushback as I press down on the heel there. Forefoot feels equally as good. It's not like thick at the back, but cardboard up front. This is certified deliciousness on feet. Impact protection is also great. Landings felt safe for me, partly because of the large logo clip or TPU carrier that guards the heel. In general, your feet sit securely inside the TPU shell in like a cup shape. I guess I'll describe it that way. Now, I gotta point out the benefit of having a nice curve shape on the exterior. This shoe transitions like a boat. It's very smooth, more fluid motion than the Wild 10. Yep. Now, I was wrong once again. Judging from the images, I was skeptical about the weight. I don't know if you remember, but I thought it was gonna be a chunky and heavy shoe. These are actually very light. Size 10.5 comes in at 395 grams, just below the 400 gram mark. That is lighter than average. Lighter than the Tatums, Lucas, Kai Wan, PG6, the list goes on. That was very impressive. No excessive weight dragging you down on the court at all. Great agility for faster players. Moving on to the traction, so it's got a very complicated traction pattern. Design inspirations, there's a ton of them. Kind of reminds me of the LeBron 20 and 21 also. It has a bunch of things that are meaningful to the signature athlete, like a map. I don't know if putting D-Wade's face on the bottom is necessary though, but oh my, this traction is insane. Super loud and squeaky, consistent stop every time down the floor. I rarely felt this way, but this also almost stops too hard. Like the DVD 2 recently, Curry 9 and Curry 10 from previous years. This milky translucent rubber is so grippy, to a point where I would be in a natural forward motion. My tits are shaking still, but all of a sudden my feet had already come to a hard stop. I guess that's a good thing. Anyways, any court condition, for any playing style, this is elite traction. For outdoor use, I'm not sure if this will hold up well, but given the price, I'll think about that. Probably want to keep it indoors for now. With the fit, I went true to size this time. You can probably tell that it's got a fairly wide base, especially in the toe box area. Compared to a lot of other shoes from them, this is more spacious than the Owl City 12, previous Wild 10 and Wild 10 Low, Shadow 5 and Shadow 5 V2, 808-3 Ultra. So I think true to size might honestly be the better fit with the 11. Length is right on for me. As someone with slightly wider feet, the width is just enough for me too. Basically, while 10 half size up, while 11 true to size. If you find your feet to be on the much wider side, you can go half size up to be safe. Materials, you can call this innovative, but I thought this was a pretty risky move. Well, it turned out it's much softer than I expected. Instead of a hard shell covering the entirety of the shoe, you get a nice and tumble leather almost. It feels smooth in hand, but does wrinkle easily. So this is prone to creasing, yes. On top of your foot, they did throw some ventilation holes and it's quite spongy there. But in general, breathability is not the best. Like, it's soft enough, flexible enough, but my feet did heat up a little bit over time, especially up front. Stability and support, you're covered with these. No issues there from my experience. Otherwise, there are also plenty of details to go with the packaging. Their team models can come in those cheap cardboard boxes. Not the case here. Flagship model, we deserve some extra stuff. Little dust bag in there. 11 on the insoles, on the small clip from the lateral side. The patterns on the midsole, TPU clip, pull tab, I'm sure they all have some meaning to them. Safe to say, they didn't disappoint, both presentation and performance-wise. I have not been this excited for a new pair of hoop shoes in a long time. Way of Wade really took their time too. The previous version came out summer of 2022. It's been so long that my son has been born. So long that Giannis already released that free throw. These were wild 10. Give me some time too. If you like a side-by-side comparison, let me know. I can make that happen. Overall, this is an amazing hoop shoe with top-tier performance in pretty much every single category. Crazy good traction, very bouncy and responsive. Even get a smoother ride compared to the Wild 10. The upper is supportive and secure enough, and it turned out to be so much lighter than I expected. If I have to point out downsides, breathability could have been better. Material and also durability, we'll have to see on that, but I'll for sure give you some updates as we go. No doubt this is an S-tier shoe. Top 10, top 5, top 3, easy. More importantly, let me know how you feel about the brand new Way of Wade 11 down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.